The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the pod. My name is Craigie, and Chris is over there. How you doing, mate?
Aye, I am smashing, mate. I'm just at a shower, so I am clean, squeaky clean. Can you hear that, people? It's me rubbing my fingers together. I'm squeaky clean there.
Aye, it's like dragging a finger over a porcelain dish on the ferry advert.
Aye, I'm white and round.
You always notice that people that don't shower very often always tell you they've had a shower, don't you? It's fucking brilliant.
Oh, mate, I've talked my balls and everything, man. Oh, fucking, I'm sitting here glorious.
Do you know what? I've no had talcum put upon my person since I was a wee baby.
Oh, there's scented talc now for us gentlemen, you see. Oh,
all right.
I'll tell you right now. If I was teabagging myself, oh, what a smell would come off it. Is that lavender teabag, is it?
It's a different kind of testicle powder I need to use. But there we go. Folks, welcome. Thank you for joining in and listening and engaging and getting on the Facebook group page and the TikTok and the everything else that you're managing today on the audible and visual platforms. We really do appreciate it. And we're back again for episode number 4 of series 6. And it is viewer's choice this week, Chris, wasn't it?
Oh, aye. It was viewer's choice, and I picked Earl James, one of the boys at Seismic Cinema. Sure, they've done this before, haven't they? I'm sure it's them.
I can't remember.
I'm sure they have done it, because I'm positive I was listening to it. I was actually going to listen to it again last night and make sure I didn't repeat anything that was said, but I decided to watch the film 5 times instead.
So I know you did. I couldn't believe that, man. You must have been the scourge of the living room last night. Or was everybody just out?
They were, mate.
Aye. That makes more sense.
Aye. Aye.
I'd have turned the fucking Wi-Fi off on you. Or did you have the Blu-ray in, was it?
It was a Blu-ray, mate.
I'd have turned the electricity off on you. That's what I'd have done. Oh, no. Hold that up.
I know, it's no blue. It's no blue.
That vexes me. Because that'll be on a shelf in amongst the blueness, and you'll be looking at it and it'll catch your eye and you'll be
I mean, look, it's even got to be Blu-ray logo there. It's just no blue.
No, I've got a couple. I know. I don't understand.
Oh, by the way, it's maybe a Chinese Blu-ray, you know.
Aye. Low bar or low pan. Aye. As long as it works, that's all that matters. And I'm looking forward to you telling us about the audible commentary and the thoughts of the cast and crew later on in the programme. Later on in this programme, welcome. So this was James Patterson for Seismic Cinema, who's my good pal, and we converse with him on the regular, on the daily, and we're kind of sad that he couldn't make it on. It's as much my fault, because we're off today. We work the same shift pattern, and we've got, as I says to James, we've got the Easter holidays coming up. Easter Christian celebration of Jesus Christ's resurrection. God bless you all.
And chocolate eggs.
Probably get cancelled for saying that now. Jesus. So I'm going away with my sons for a week, and then I'm coming back, and I've got them for a week and all that. So we're not going to be able to do it another pod for a couple of weeks, mate. So sorry about that. And sorry, James, because we love you, mate, and we wanted you on. But you have gave us were facts for the year this was released, which we'll do shortly. And you've also gave us a small synopsis of what you think about the film and why you love it so much, which is excellent. And we'll get them out. But 1986, August the 7th, 1986 to be precise. This was released in the UK, and it was directed by John Carpenter, starring Kurt Russell, Kim Cattrall, Dennis Dunn, Victor Wong, James Hong, Suzee Pye, Carter Wong, Peter Kwong, James Bucks. And I'll leave it there because there's another 3,562 million Chinese people in it.
Right. Oh, there's a vast body of Chinese people in this.
All the Chinese people are in it. All of them. Especially if they were frequenting San Francisco Harbour at the time. They were, come on, you're in a movie. What are you doing down there washing your clothes? Come on, let's do it. Away for that, Doug. Oh, disclaimer comes in handy when you say things like that. But before we divulge any more things about the film, mate, 1986 and all that jazz, let me ask you what you've been perusing with your eyeballs this week in your weekly roundup of ocular delights.
Well, a lot of my ocular delights this weather have been throwbacks. I watched Just Cause. That's the one on Netflix with Sean Connery. Know what I mean? He's a wee lawyer there. That's a no bad wee watch that. Then Kurt Russell watched Executive Decision. That's, by the way, Steven Seagal dies in that. It's the first time I'd seen, and I don't know if he actually dies. He doesn't die on camera. I still firmly believe he didn't die. But hey. I watched Escape from Alcatraz. It's always good to go back and watch that,
Love it.
Yeah. And then for some reason I went very, very off and went and watched Kung Fu Panda.
Brilliant.
Don't know, just
have you seen them all? All the Kung Fu Pandas?
No.
Because me and the boys like 3 the best. I've got 4 there, but I've never really tuned into it yet. So 3's the daddy. Or is it 2?
It's just the daddy.
Can't remember now. Oh well.
Well. After that, I watched War Dogs. That's Miles Teller and Jonah Hill.
Aye. Great film.
And then finally, I finished on Menace to Society because I couldn't get Boys in the Hood, so I watched that instead.
Aye. Excellent. You're just representing there in that last movie. That was good, son. I like that. Word, Nick. Word, Dad. Word, Nick. Word.
Aye, but that was me everywhere. But like Johnny Cash, mate, I was everywhere, man. What about you?
I have been around the houses as well. I've been continuing on with Daredevil Born Again, episodes 5 and 6. I've said it the last couple of weeks, guys. It is fantastic, by the way. It's proper Netflix Daredevil stuff. And the storyline's great, and the evolution of the storyline is fantastic. And I will not give any more away than to say that episode 6 it takes before he gets the suit back on. Episode 1 he had the suit on, but there's a reason he takes it off, and it's worth it. It's really worth it. The in between isn't dead space. It's great. I have reincarnated my love story with the Rookie because series 7 of the Rookie was it. And I'm into that. I'm up to episode 10. It's so good, man. I just love it. I love all the characters in it. Even though Officer Nolan, who is the main character, Nathan Fillion, is becoming a bit Helen Daniels for Neighbours, just wanting to get in every cunt's business and want to, no, that's not the right thing to do. I need to do that. I can't keep that in. Fuck up, mate. Just hang back, know what you know, and say fuck off. Because it evidently comes out bad, even though you turned out the good guy. But apart from that's good. I watched The Electric State, mate, which you watched last week. I liked it. I really liked it. I maintain that I do not think what's her name?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown is the world's greatest actress. It's not to say that she's horrible and garbage. Maybe she's not evolved as an actress yet. I don't know, but it's a good film. Chris Pratt is just cool, isn't it? He's just Star-Lord in it, which I love. And I thought the animatronics, the CGI and the robots and all that jazz were great to watch. And I thought the story was fun. So come at me if you didn't think so. It's a wee solid 7. I liked it. Get it on it. Me and you watched Shrek, didn't we?
Aye.
We had that to your list, didn't you?
It was on like date night.
Aye, that was on at work the other day while we were on my lunch, so we got to watch that. I also watched. I've started We Own This City, which is a Liverpudlian gangster thing that's his own BBC iPlayer, and it's great. Sean Bean's in it. He's the kind of the Godfather to start with, and he's got all his minions running about, and there's drug deals and double crosses, murders. It's good. It's really good, mate. I would strongly suggest it's right up your street, pal. And lastly, last night I fell asleep watching Romance in the Stone with Michael Douglas, Kathleen Turner, and the big, giant, massive Danny DeVito. Can't whack that. So I'll need to watch Julian and Isle later. But apart from that, no, that was me, mate. I've been watching a lot.
I forgot to mention it. I've finished watching American Primeval, and if anybody likes westerny stuff and brutality, watch it because it's plus it's quite factual enough. A lot of the stuff that happened in it is true.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a new TV series that I know, Mobland or something it's called.
Oh, I'm a fan of Lobis. Tell me about
Tom Hardy in it. I mean, I'll probably not watch it because I'm having a one-man war with series, but you will join me eventually. You will join me.
Aye, but then, I know it's very noble and commendable of you, but it's going to end up. It's all that's going to be left, mate. Unfortunately, to watch. But we'll have our physical media to watch, won't we?
People are just walking off cliffs with this shit, man. I mean, you remember everybody started getting the streaming things because you didn't need to watch adverts. No, you have to pay me money not to have the adverts.
It's mental, isn't it?
I mean,
fucking mental.
Right. So slowly but surely you're getting bammed up.
Slowly but surely.
I fucking, what is that? I just say a 58-minute fucking episode stretched into like an hour and a half or something because of all the fucking adverts in it. Looking at you, Amazon Prime. Arseholes.
It's like Robert Meyer Burnett says, who I listen to quite a lot. He's got one of the biggest physical media collections on the planet Earth and hot toys as well. But he's a very factual person online talking about movies and pop culture and stuff. And he says, look, streaming's all fine and well. He says, but that streaming service you pay whatever for a month, it has your favourite back catalogue on, can decide to take that back catalogue off at any time.
That's it. I mean? Well, see what I was saying to people. See how if Netflix bring out a film or Prime or whatever, Apple, eventually it has to come off the server. So does that mean it's gone for existence?
Aye.
And then it's the whole thing. Who controls what you're allowed to see? What's like mind the telly? If it was before the watershed, you couldn't have sweary words or people dying and all that.
That's right.
Well, that then becomes the thing all fucking day. You know what I mean?
That's that, mate.
I mean, Die Hard with him getting off the plane.
Look at there's the biggest one, right? Everybody advocates for Disney Plus, which I do too. I think the back catalogue is cracking for our kind of stuff, the old Disney and Star Wars and Mr. Marvel. But you look at an IP like Indiana Jones, they've only got the new film on there now. They took the other 4 off. Why?
Because it's a cartel thing, mate. It's the conglomerates. They're all getting together. But that's what they do. So I can't remember what I was on. Was it Netflix maybe? And like the Jumanji and all that's all getting taken off soon, leaving soon and all that push. It'll spring up on something else. Because that's what they do. They share all the same shit. So if you've not got that, you need to go and get that now. If you want to watch that, you need to go and get this. It's fucking...
Same with the Tom Holland Spider-Man's there, no there either.
Huh?
And I know somebody will come back to me and go, oh, the last one was Sony. I says, aye, but it was in conjunction with Marvel and it was on fucking Disney Plus. I can promise you it was on Disney Plus because I fucking sat and watched it.
Well, that was it. Well, this film that we're going to review, I wanted to watch The Golden Child after it. because I just think the two of them are fucking like for like, know what I mean? Technically.
Mm-hmm.
But The Golden Child was on Paramount Plus. But you could watch it on Amazon Prime if you took the trial or you signed up to Paramount Plus. Know what I mean? That's fucking a lot of shit.
I know,
But
mate.
hey ho, hey ho.
Hey ho, that is us now off our soapbox, and we'll move on.
Down, you bastards!
So we asked James we asked James last night via the group chat if he would still give us the factual things of the year that this film was released, because we usually ask the guest to do so. And even though he never kind of came on, he was great enough and kind enough to go and do his homework and put them in the group chat for us, didn't he, mate?
Aye. Mm-hmm. Now, you want me to read them then?
Yes, I was just going to say, have you got them there? Do you want to do the business, my man?
Oh, so many chats. So many messages and so many chats.
I know.
Right. Here we go. 5 facts. He gave us 5 there. 5 facts from 1986. The Space Shuttle Challenger disaster on January 28th. The Challenger exploded 73 seconds after launch, killing all 7 crew members. So his goal is right after a joyous occasion.
Aye, yes. I remember watching that. Remember it?
You watching that? Aye.
It was a big thing. It was on the news. It was live. The launch was live. And for some reason I was in it at the time and I watched it happen. And then it was on the news for days after it. Horrible, man. But people say they're still alive.
Oh, on that island with Tupac and all that.
Aye, well, that's a thing to dive into, guys.
Aye. It doesn't get much better. It was also the year of the Chernobyl disaster. On April 26th, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in the Soviet Union suffered a catastrophic meltdown. So,
do you know what? Anybody that knows their homework will know that why that happened. It's because Sergey put tinfoil in the microwave, walked away from it. Know what I mean? That's how you do not put metal in a microwave, people.
Aye, especially in a nuclear power plant. Fucking mad bastard. It was also Hands Across America on May 25. Millions of Americans formed a human chain across the country to raise money for hunger and homelessness. So there you go. If you were hungry and homeless, they all linked hands for you. You see what we've done there for you? You see what we've done? Is that you fed now? Is that you homed? Yes. Well done there.
Oh, Jesus.
You fix that shit.
I'm still starving. How? We fed your soul. We fed your soul with kindness.
Will you please applaud me for linking Hands Across America?
Magic.
Oh, superb. Halley's Comet passes Earth. The famous comet made its closest approach to Earth in 1986, an event that occurs roughly every 76 years.
Watch that
so
as well.
If you're lucky to be alive, you'll see it.
You
didn't see it? You didn't see it going by there?
No. Because it was daytime when I think it happened in Glasgow. But my granda says, "Yeah, watch, son, that'll not happen for another 76 years." Smashing that. Honestly, fucking.
Oh, what a time to be alive.
I know.
By the way, you should have really got out there in 1986. IBM unveils the first laptop. The IBM PC convertible was released, marking a shift towards portable computing.
Wow.
Aye, so there you go. There's your first laptop there.
By the way, I'm going to come back at you with the getting out there, and I'll tell you why. Right? It's not you. It's at fucking the world and society as a whole. Do you know why I've seen so much stuff on the television? Because our family used to sit and eat dinner together at the same time and watch the telly and converse with each other, and nobody on a phone.
Connecting.
It was about connecting, mate. There was none of this internet pish, no phones, no fucking distractions. We sat and ate at the same time and talked and watched the news or the programme that was on.
It's not about the licking or the fucking.
It's not about the shit stain bars, you know. It's about connection. It's about love, man.
It's just your journey. It's just your journey, man.
Yeah. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius.
Super.
Quality and understanding.
Well, if you could have been bothered sitting in the house watching the comet, watching the world ending with Chernobyl, stuff like that, you can wait to the films. And in this year, these films were released. You had Top Gun, Aliens, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Stand By Me, and Platoon.
Five bangers,
didn't know you were born. Didn't know you were
born.
fucking born.
And if you look back at our vast body of work, you will find that we have done a good few of them.
Yeah, aye. Plus, the music wasn't that bad either. Wasn't that bad. I'll tell you for why, because these are the ones that were out. Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Big hair, don't care. Know what I mean? Take My Breath Away, Berlin. Walk Like an Egyptian, The Bangles. Kiss, Prince. You Give Love a Bad Name by Bon Jovi again. So bigger hair, Disney care.
Slippery When Wet was what an album, by the way. What an album.
What a flair. What a flair.
And Bad Prince, man. Diddle, kiss. Fucking great. That wee tiny man.
But as well as good times, there was bad times.
Oh no.
And I don't think there's ever a good time to die, you know what I mean? But 5 celebrities that left us in 86. Cary Grant left us. James Cagney left us. Len Bays, I think that's how you say his name. Yolda O'Keefe. Donna Reed. Aye, that was him. They died.
Just imagine James Cagney getting visited by death. Hey, what are you trying to do here? Get out of here. Why are you oughta? Look at me, ma.
But as well as deaths, there was times to be joyous because people were born. Believe it or not,
by the way,
people were born.
The last person in this list that was born. I am so glad for my ocular delight she was born. Go.
She doesn't have the same face she was born with, but hey, let's go. Lady Gaga was born. Robert Pattinson was born. There's Batman there. Drake was born, the rapper, in case you don't know who that is. Lindsay Lohan was also born.
I admire her.
Megan Fox was born. How the things about the robot.
I would see the next time the bonnet is up in my car, needing something checked. I want that Megan Fox for Transformers to be under my bonnet checking it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch Transformers.
Is the bonnet a euphemism for something else? When my bonnet is up.
Good that you mentioned about it. Aye, you can check my oil anytime, I'll tell you.
But as well as that, James gave us a wee paragraph about this, but because I think this is his favourite film, isn't it?
Aye, definitely, mate.
So
definitely. Have you read it? Or you might read it?
You read it. You read it, mate. You use that. You use that mouth organ of yours. Go.
Right, so we asked James to give us a quick rundown of what the film means to him, basically why he picked it and stuff like that. So he says the film Big Trouble in Little China, just in case you didn't know what we're reviewing, he just started off like that. Well done, James. The film Big Trouble in Little China was always a film I watched when I was younger. I first watched it when I was with my dad, and even though I don't think he was terribly keen on the film, I kept on asking for it out the video shop, which was a thing we used to do when we were young, go to the video shop. I would watch it on the TV when it was on as well. I just liked the fantasy, the kung fu nature of it all, and it was like nothing I'd seen before, especially at that age. I hold it in such high regard, and even though it didn't do particularly great in the box office, it's definitely a cult classic. It takes crackerjack timing, but the film will always be a 10 out of 10. So well done, James. Thanks for that, mate. We appreciate that.
Fucking really brought a tear to my eye there.
I know. Man, see if I was American. Oh, man, I appreciate you. Thanks. Do you know what? I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Thanks, man.
Oh,
proud to be an American with big American balls. That's what I don't know.
Well, what I will say, mate, see the way James feels about this film, and I brought it up very recently. I firmly believe the way James feels about this film is the way so many feel about the fucking Goonies. Simple as that. Aye, it's. I would not say it's like for like, but are similar and kind of aspects of the adventure-wise thing. So,
definitely.
And again, like I've been saying to you, people go like that. Oh, what I watched Goodfellas last night. What a film! Seen the Goonies, but the Goonies is pure dead brilliant. But it's one of my favourite films ever. How the fuck did you get the Goodfellas and then Goonies? But whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher has let it be known to me that he has Goonies fatigue.
Aye. No, I've got people saying Goonies is the best thing ever. Fatigue. And it's like, right, so if you had the Goonies there, right, and you had everything else, you're watching the Goonies. Is that what you're doing?
Aye. No, I totally understand why Goonies would be your favourite film. I know why. See, talk about the Goonies, right? The Goonies takes me back in time to an exact moment in time. Because the first time I seen it, me and my brother were lying on the couch with chicken pox, covered in calamine lotion. And my ma went and got this at the video shop for us because she was recommended it by the guy in the video shop. It's a good family kids film. And it just takes me right back to there. You know what I mean? We weren't feeling well. We were feeling shite. We watched this film and it looked like the most amazing adventure for children our age that could ever happen. So I totally get it.
But I just want to put it out there in the world. The Goonies is maybe getting a remake as well. So I hope you all enjoy that one as much as you enjoyed the other one.
So it's getting a remake and a sequel.
Aye. Apparently.
I'm already worried about the sequel because I don't know what this cast 40 years on has got to revisit or do again or get back together for it. So I'm a bit trepidation about that. You know what I mean? Aye. But a remake, fuck no. Aye. Because obviously the pinnacle of the remakes at the moment is Snow White.
Nah.
And go and look and see what's happening with Snow White, people. Go and see.
It's fell on its ass horribly. But anyway, Big Trouble in Little China.
Big Trouble in Little China. I never knew there was Big Trouble in Little China. I didn't know China was little, but there we go. I've already said the director, John Carpenter, who is one of our fucking favourite directors, and he's done so many great films that we enjoy. And this is another batshit crazy fucking entertainment fest of 1 hour and 41 minutes, isn't it?
Oh, definitely is. It's got everything. There's gangs, evil wizards, creatures, the all-American hero that is Jack Burton.
Wee floating boys with eyes that can take a bullet.
Aye. It's everywhere and aye. It's mental. But entertaining. Entertainment.
Oh, aye. Fucking brilliant, mate. It is very, very entertaining. James alluded to it in his synopsis there about the budget and the box office. The budget was 25 million for this in 1986, so quite hefty for the time. You would probably quadruple that by today's standards. But it took in a very disappointing, from their point of view, 11.1 million. Now, on the face of John Carpenter's usual budgets, that would have been a good box office. It would have been a great box office, but obviously was afforded a bit more money for this one. But there's a reason for that. And the crew and the director himself, they know why, didn't they?
Oh, aye, definitely. The whole thing is, mate, the studio, well, watching interviews last night, right? And John Carpenter's own words, he went, the studio thought they were getting Indiana Jones. So comedy was all right as long as it was done in the Indiana Jones kind of style.
Mm-hmm.
Then they didn't get the film, so to speak. No, I mean, they literally. If you watch this film, see the opening scene, the studio asked for that to be put in because they didn't feel Kurt Russell's character was heroic enough. People had to know that the American guy was the hero, which wasn't the intention of this film if you see it. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was like he's the sidekick. Know what I mean? And so much so, they only spent 3 million in marketing, and most of that was in newspaper print. So it's sabotaged, had its heels clipped. Know what I mean? And again, watching last night, Kurt Russell's interview, he knew a guy that was in the boardroom meeting at the time who told him that they made the decision to bury this film. And then that guy himself actually quit his job because he thought it was so wrong. So
fell on his sword.
That's it. But I mean, because I had seen, again, this is like another thing, a film. Assuming you say Big Trouble Little China, people go, oh, smash for me film. Know what I mean? And it doesn't make the money. I don't understand it. Know what I mean?
No.
Plus, this is why John Carpenter fell out with studios as well. See, after this, he's like, I'm not doing studio films anymore. Fuck these people.
Aye. No, it was quite right, mate. The one I read was basically, he says they didn't know how to market this film. They didn't know, but they didn't think to ask either. So, and then you add to that what you've just said about skullduggery in the boardroom and all that. It's pretty pathetic. It's a shame, actually. But do you know what? It's not a shame in the fact that we still got a tremendously entertaining movie, isn't it? No.
So again, harking back to the interviews I watched last night, it was like Kurt Russell and that, and he's like, see the fact it became a cult classic after the fact. He's like, it kind of felt for him and all the cast and crew and all that with happiness. Because they know they're like, these people go to it. Because see, effectively, mate, it's a goofy comedy. Know what I mean? Effectively, that's what it is. And that's what they set out to make. Know what I mean? It was like, again, John Carpenter was talking about, he watched like Asian cinema films and all that stuff. And he's like, he was describing films like The One-Armed Man. He's like, there was a guy walking on his fingers. Know what I mean? He's like, it was just fucking mental. It was like that. And I wanted to make that version of it here. Know what I mean? It was, but again, they just didn't get it.
No. And you're right. Do you know what I mean? So they can look back at that and go, do you know what? Box office means fuck all. It was a good movie. People loved it after the fact when it was too late. Because I'd probably get pulled out of fucking theatres too quick, I know. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's currently sitting...
In himself, hey, Kurt Russell himself, he says, 2 weeks before this film came out, he's like, where the fuck is it? You know what I mean? He's like, you couldn't find what cinema it was in.
Aye.
So you're like, it was sabotaged.
To put that down in a nutshell to people, it means that you were going to see other pictures and there was no trailer for this. There was no posters. There was no coming soon. There was, you know what I mean? The stuff that we're used to. All right, we've got a bigger demographic with internet and all that kind of stuff, but it would have been taken off of that as well, which isn't really good at all. It's currently, this film is 39 years old, right? It's sitting still at 7.2 out of 10 on IMDb and 73% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it marries up perfectly with score-wise, and it shows that people still revere it, especially when you've got a multi-million-dollar remake, again, in Snow White, that's just came out and probably had a budget of about $350 million, and it made back under 40 in its first week. And sitting at 3.6 on fucking Rotten Tomatoes or something.
Yep. And talking about remake, this is also a film that's apparently getting the remake treatment. And you get Dwayne The Rock Johnston is going to be in it. But
walk away, man.
John Carpenter again has come out and says, effectively, they're just looking for projects that they can put The Rock in, and they've picked this film. And he said, don't bother doing it. Just don't do it. Leave it alone. But you know how Hollywood works, know what I mean?
Aye,
I don't know if it's going to be like a sequel or a direct remake, but there you go. Know what I mean?
I mean, a quick synopsis for anybody that hasn't seen it. Jack Burton, a truck driver, gets dragged into the mysterious underworld beneath Chinatown, where he faces an ancient sorcerer named Lo Pan. That's as simple as it can possibly be.
Aye. Aye. Talking about talking about Lo Pan, mate. That wee guy used to freak me out, man. It's fucking... Oh, so see how especially when you're introduced to him, just this mad fucking outfit and just the mad eyeballs and all that, and I'm going, oh. And
well, aye.
he was actually a real person.
I know. I will say very early on in my review here that old Lo Pan is my favourite character in this film.
Aye, mate. Mate, it's just me. It's fucking... Was it James Hong?
Aye.
He's just fucking so good, man. Brilliant.
Aye.
He just gets it.
Yeah, he's great. But he's old Lo Pan is funny. He's a wee Freddy Krueger looking perverted sweary bastard. It's so good, man. He's touching the woman and all that. It's fucking
mate,
good.
It's superb. Mate, but see what's fucking weird about this, I know, right? Obviously, it's being like fucking reading up on this was originally a Western set in the 1890s or something. Mate, it's just fucking nuts.
It's a Chinese opium den, Billy. Fucking hell, man. Oh. Do you know? But she's amazing as that just all sounds there. I can see that.
No, I don't see that it's been said. Aye, you could. Oh, mate, it's fucking... aye, but the whole thing was Jack Burton was going to ride in like a cowboy, you know what I mean? But it's just fucking, it's...
Aye. Gracie would have had a dress with a big bustle on it.
Aye, you know what I mean? What we go to what was originally, you know what I mean? It's very... Aye, different worlds in it, but it could have worked. It could have worked.
Aye. Maybe they'll do that with the Foley up with the remake, you never know. Kurt Russell confessed on the DVD commentary as well that he was afraid of starring in the movie originally because he had made a string of movies that had flopped at the box office. When he asked John Carpenter about it, he told Kurt that it didn't matter to him. He just wanted to make the movie with him. You know what I mean? He says, "Come on, mate, I just want you in it. I don't care what it does." Aye. He likes that. He likes Kurt Russell as John Carpenter.
Oh, he's had him in The Thing. He done the Elvis film. Done this. Know what I mean? Nice. Aye. I mean, why would you know like Kurt Russell anyway? Kurt Russell was a smashing guy, you know what I mean? I mean, he might have some skeletons in his closet. It might come out later on, but don't even know you know what I mean?
It's just a thing, mate. You heard something?
No, it's just a thing. See, every time a celebrity dies and everybody likes them, it turns out they were a fucking Satanist or a paedophile or a vampire, something along the lines, know what I mean?
I know. You're kind of wary about liking anybody in Hollywood at the moment, especially with the Tom Hanks stuff that's going about and all that, which I still don't really want to be true. I hope it isn't.
Aye.
But Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, man, just fucking what a couple, just brilliant.
Aye. But I mean, they could be like the people in the Wicker Man, know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's fucking. That guy's great and all that. And then fucking it comes out after he dies. He used to cook fucking cats alive and you're like that.
Have you seen that film?
Are you a Kurt Russell fan? What, me? No.
Seen the film Rosemary's Baby? The other leaders of that cult. That's a real thing, man. You know what I mean?
Mate, funny you should mention that, by the way. Assuming that they were rewriting it for the Western to this. The template that the writer used was Rosemary's Baby. I
didn't know that. That was totally random.
Oh, mate.
That's it. See that film, by the way, that freaks me out, man. That's like the Omen fucking vibes with that, man. It's horrible because it can be real.
Aye, creepy, innit?
I think I liked as well, mate. When I read the three storms, right? The three storms in this film, they were partly an inspiration for the popular characters of lightning god Raiden from Mortal Kombat fighting video game series. Well, David Lapan was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer Shang Tsung, and Three Storms was inspired by the Lone Wolf and Club movie. So that maybe is that the Chinese one you're talking about that Carpenter liked?
Aye, aye. I mean, because I was going to ask that, do you think it was like an inspiration behind it because they're fucking eerily close to one another,
Aye,
right down to the hat.
aye. Because we all liked Mortal Kombat, didn't we? It was a follow up to Street Fighter 2, which we've been playing for about fucking 4 years. And then this Mortal Kombat thing came out in the amusements, and you're like, oh, it's the same but different. And there's heads coming off here and spines coming out and all that. It's fucking brilliant.
Aye, well, I'm a Mortal Kombat fan. Even the film, the first one, liked it.
Aye.
No, I mean, second one got a bit fucking mental, but hey.
I just liked them because I liked the game, but I was all in anyway. It's a bit like, see the Resident Evil franchise, the movies, they get a fucking really bad rap. I think they're great. I love them. They're just, they're films of their time. They're full of action. There's zombies in them. And Mia Jovovich, I probably don't saying her name right. I'd never say the same thing twice, but she's great, man. She's just all action bitch, man. But again, somebody will need to tell Jennifer Lawrence about a leading lady in a movie. You know what I mean?
Fucking bastard.
The film's called Big Trouble Little China, right? Did you read the Chinese version, but it is translated in Chinese?
No.
Evil spirit, make a big scene in little spiritual state. Oh, it's brilliant, man. What a title for a movie that is.
Oh, fucking mate. I used to play a game, right? And that rings true. See, all the translation is very literal. So they'd have Chinese names, right? And I would try and get their names and translate them. And I always remember this guy was called Love You Gently or something like that. And it turns out his name was actually Softfoot.
Is it?
Aye, man. That really, man. Oh.
Do you know what?
I'm always curious what the dirty chat is between the Chinese people.
Aye. Oh, mental, man. I've just never thought about this before doing my research, and I've just typed it into the interwebs anew. Did you know there was a Big Trouble in Little China video game?
No.
Big Trouble in Little China is a side-scrolling beat-em-up designed by Mev Dink and published by Electric Dream Software in 1986 for the Amstrad CPC Commodore 64. That's why I looked it up. I'm fucking certain I had this for the Commodore and the Spectrum. So it's a tie-in license for the film of the same name. So there you go, folks. So unless you've got one of these very retro consoles, I would imagine you could probably get it on one of the emulators that are out there now that you can get on TikTok Shop or on the interweb and all that. And I am now very interested to have a shot of it, having seen the screenshots for it.
Well, that'll be James now. James will be away buying that.
Aye, and he's in computers, isn't he? That's what he does as a teacher. He knows the script, so he'll be able to get the emulator for that. No bother, and tell the boys. You know what I mean, James?
Aye, but I mentioned fucking the Golden Child and all. The Golden Child came out the same year as this.
Mm-hmm.
They actually rushed production to beat the Golden Child by about 5 months.
That's
so
right.
I know how you're talking about the dialogue is quite fast and aggressive. Maybe that's why.
Time is money, people. Do you know why? There was actually, as I said last week, there was a crossover, a lot of crossovers with the Golden Child and this, today with actors mostly, but originally it was John Carpenter. He was asked to direct the Golden Child. So he had that, and he had this film on his table, and he chose to do this one. So there you go. It was just a bit of crossover. The actors as well that appear in both movies for the Chinese standpoint, it's quite prominent as well.
I was going to say that because we've got Victor Wong, James Hong, and Peter Kwong all starred in both of the films. So
good, the best of both worlds then.
I am curious how they fucking managed to do that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, hurry up. And then, because I'm guessing it takes more than 5 months to make a film, know what I mean? Aye. And then they were in the Golden Child. But,
there was another thing as well. Kim Cattrall, I never wrote it down, but I remember reading it. She was actually appearing in theatre, in a theatre play at the time.
Aye.
But she done this movie at the same time. and it was written into her contract she could get away at a certain time every day to go and appear in her play. And it's because this movie she's just seen as paying her bills because the theatre was her real love and all that. But they made good work of that for her. That was quite good.
Yeah, talk about other people that could have been in this film, right?
I was going to ask you about that.
John Carpenter originally wanted Jackie Chan in to play Wang Chi, obviously the role that Dennis Dunn eventually done, but he wasn't famous enough, according to the studio.
I think his English was a problem as well, wasn't it, at the time?
Aye. But I mean, come on.
Aye. Wasn't famous to an American studio. It was fucking huge in China. You know what I mean?
I think it was just after Police Story, maybe.
Oh, brilliant.
Aye. You like that? Fucking, come on. But hey ho. And again, the studio didn't think Kurt Russell was a big enough star for the film. And they wanted Clint Eastwood or Jack Nicholson for the Jack Burton part. And both of them eventually turned it down. But again, this is on top of it. See, the studio, no understanding. They thought that they were going to be the main guy. Thought Jack Burton was going to be the hero. Know what I mean?
Aye.
And he technically wasn't.
No,
so
definitely.
Fucking. Talking about Kurt Russell anyway, he actually turned down the leading role in Highlander to do this film. So there you go. He could have been McLeod.
Aye. Jesus Christ, man. I mean, a totally different film. It was, see, when he was filming this as well, he suffered a bad case of the flu during the scenes just after. See the scene just after the brothel? You see the sweat on him and all that? That's really his sweat because he was hallucinating and had a fever at the time. You know what I mean?
Imagine hallucinating on that set. What the fuck is that?
I am Lopan, Mr. Button. Oh,
mate. Talking about tripping. See that fucking thing with the eyeballs, right? I was watching an interview last night and it was the guy that done the monster department and all that. Do you know that thing cost $100K to make? Because they had all these animatronics inside, see to move and blink the eyes and bladders and all this shit. $100K to make that fucking thing.
Wow.
Aye. It's
somebody
even
was a bit.
I see when they're doing in under Chinatown, and this big fucking monster thing comes out and grabs somebody and disappears. They worked on that for fucking months, and it's in the film for 30 seconds.
Aye, I know. That's fucking mental. I've named that big monster. Let me see what I named it. Where is it, Craig? Mad Chewbacca monster. I've named it. It's like Chewbacca with a fucking alien's face, man. It's quite freaky, actually. What else? But trivia-wise, for the film's many fight scenes, John Carpenter worked with martial arts choreographer James Liu, who planned every scene in detail, which is fucking amazing considering the battles. Carpenter said, I used every cheap gag, trampolines, wires, reverse movements, and upside-down sets. It was much like photographing a dance. Fucking hell, man.
Okay. Hi, mate. It sounded like it was fucking... Well, that's the whole thing I know. See, with Dennis Dunn, apparently he didn't do any form of martial arts and was trained by the people in the film. So I think everybody that was in the fight scenes was like some form of master in some martial arts. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, it bloody looked the part if he's just learning on the job, man. It was great.
Exactly.
Even when he's fighting one of the storms at the end and there'd be rapid fire punches to the abdomen, man. It's like, oh, because it's not even sped up. It's just how fast his hands are. You're like, whoa. Because I suppose it's good how when he does start fighting, because he seems like a wee dweeb, I want my money and all that, gambling and shit. When he does start kicking ass, Jack's face is like probably the audience face. The fuck did this come from, Wang? You know what I mean? It's really good.
Nice. Mate, see the whole thing as well. See the way Kurt Russell plays Jack Burton.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel he's doing Gabriel Cash. No, I mean it's all high octane and no, I mean it's sarcasm. It's cash to me, mate.
Aye. And with a smattering of his character in Overboard as well. Just after she loses her memory and he starts, what you feel about me and all that kind of stuff. Aye, he's good, man. Kurt Russell's, we thoroughly enjoy Kurt Russell. I think he's smashing, man. Absolutely smashing. He's evergreen, the boy. He does the best drowning scene I've ever seen in a fucking movie.
Poseidon. That's fucking. You actually
watched it.
Breathe, cut, breathe.
Aye, fucking evolve, gills. We need you.
Then Robert Downey Jr. thing. Survive.
Any other fantastical information about the movie?
Oh, I do. Again, the studio. I mean, the studio just didn't get this again because they didn't want Kim Cattrall in the film either. Instead, they wanted a rock star.
Suzee Quattro.
That's what I mean. Aye. I mean, I don't know. I genuinely don't know, mate. Fucking everything the studio was involved with just seemed to fuck everything. Just proving that they didn't get it. Know what I mean? It's
weird, isn't it?
And again, that's only two names I can think of. Suzee Quattro and Blondie.
I know, I'm trying to think 1986. The Bangles obviously were out. I know I'm being very ignorant, but I'm on the spot here. I can't think of very many. I think Madonna was only a year or two into her fledgling career at the time as well, but there you go.
It's fucking nuts.
It's so weird. Why would you want to just write after 25 million? Why would you just not want to try and at least get it back and do everything you can to do it?
I know. I've no idea, mate.
So it's obviously a guy that's in an old gentleman's club kind of boardroom in it, and they're snooty and they've watched the final edit and they didn't like it. And they felt
I know how to make things profitable. We'll put a rock star in there, put Clint Eastwood in, and you're guaranteed money. Like that. But it's not that film.
As we said last week, Clint Eastwood plays Clint Eastwood in movies, and he just would not have done this film justice at all.
No.
Can I see Jack Nicholson? Because he proved it in kind of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest and Batman 89 that he can be diverse, and he's a good actor. But there we go. We're glad we get cut. We definitely did.
But
before we get into do some of our best bits, mate, I'm going to be controversial, right? It's just a feeling. See, Jack Burton is the all-American hero guy in this, right? But I think the film is that entertaining and there's that much going on. It isn't the focal point. He isn't as the guy there all the time. He's not the one that mops up all the issues or problems. He's very aloof. He's very comedic, and he gets a lot of shit wrong, and he needs bailed out a few times. So I like that. I think that's great. It's not a slating or a criticism about the Jack Burton character. I just don't think he's the fucking main.
Again, see, watching the interviews last night, what I said to you last night explains a lot. That was their intention. They described the Jack Burton character as a blowhard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was. And again, John Carpenter's words, the studio made him film, see that, the opening part of it, where you get Victor Wong saying, leave Jack Burton alone. He's a hero. It's because, again, it was the great white hope had to save the day. That was why the studio needed it to be, sort of thing. So he's like, but that wasn't your intention. He's the sidekick. He's the comedy. He's the comic relief. Know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's just, that's how there's bits here. It's even the end fight's going to happen. They says they had to walk into it like, he's not that good at fighting. These guys are. And as like Kurt Russell says, well, what if he gets over ramped up and shoots the ceiling and he gets knocked out? Like, good. That saves his time. That saves his time. You know what I mean? And it's like, and then the bit he's got fucking lipstick on him. Like, that's what he would be doing after he kisses her. He'd be like that, try to act tough, and he's got fucking lipstick on him. Know what I mean? It was like, it's the parody of the character. Know what I mean?
My funniest lol moments in that movie, man.
Right? It's fucking.
Just as the camera pans back to him after he shot the ceiling, he's also it just fucking disappears. And there's another one where he jumps out, ready to fight and help Wang. The Wang's fucking cleaned up everybody. It's just space. Sorry. Cool.
It's like, see the way kind of liking him to a character. See the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser.
Brilliant. Aye.
Jack Burton is the Brendan Fraser. He's the wee Scottish guy, and I always forget his name. That's who he is. That's the Jack Burton character. But the studio, it's like the studio moved Brendan Fraser out the way and put that guy on the front of the posters and went, "That's the guy." So what?
So I'm kind of glad the studio didn't really get what they wanted. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad, because the other thing that Cameron was forced to put in, which is so out of place, I didn't like it, is when they're drinking the potion before the final fight, and him and Wang do the American thing speech, like the red, white, and blue, and all that. The wings are the Star Spangled Banner. So
that's it.
Wang just what they say that.
Aye, again, it was the Carpenter thing. He's like, they couldn't have the hero of the film be a Chinese hero sort of thing.
Aye,
they couldn't have that. So it was like,
I was right out of place. It was just so all this mythical magic amazement is going to be cured by good old American spirit. Fuck off, no. No.
That's what I mean. Because like you say, it's beauty place because it's fucking. See, like the Chinese mythical stuff, you hardly really get that in films. Know what I mean? I'm trying to remember, just knowing like Chinese, just like see Asian. I mean, you've maybe got the kind of 47 Ronin sort of thing. This,
there's
the Golden Child. Know what I mean?
No enough mythical magic lore. There was a big influx for kung fu movies, but that was just plainly fighting and all that. But we've seen with this, we've seen with the Golden Child and all right, you've mentioned 47 Ronin and things like that. Even there was a film in the 90s called Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. And there's a mythical bit about that, about how he's destined to die. Do you know what I mean? Because he's cursed. The Lee boys are cursed, which you can fucking buy into. And there's this big Chinese warrior coming for the afterlife to get him. And it's going to get him one day. Even that mystical magic stuff, there's not enough of it, you're right, mate. I suppose I'm not a big anime guy. I know that's illustrated and action, but I'd imagine there's a lot of that in that, is there?
Yeah, it must be. Again, it's like you, mate. I think just anime is too busy.
There's a lot going on.
What's going on? And then there's fucking.
There's a lot going on anime, and there's a huge fucking canon for anime and all.
Oh, aye, definitely. But
kudos if you're into it. I'm not saying it's bad. I've not got the patience.
See the production behind this and all, mate. See the whole fucking under Chinatown. It's just you feel that that's there. Know what I mean?
It's amazing.
Like, aye, you see the detail and all that, and fucking the sets and all that stuff. Brilliant, man.
As you're right, it's huge. That's what I was watching it last night, thinking, wow, because there's a one camera shot when they eventually jump out the truck at the first battle in the alley, and the camera runs with them to different alleys and all that. So it's no cutting to a different set. You know what I mean? It's one big massive set because they come back themselves, didn't they? And you're like, fucking hell, this. And you know it's not a real alley. But you're like, wow, this is great. And again, you said underneath that building is just the fucking mythical China. It's great.
It's just, and I get, but obviously watching the interviews and all that, production and all that, like, see the ones that look, it's like big long corridors, and you're like, oh fuck, they're actually just they used, I can't remember the guy's name, but they used to make all films, and it's like perspective shots.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just like paintings and pictures, but they've got that thing that it's just narrowing, so it looks further away. And I'm like, fuck off. I thought that was like real.
Aye. So there you go. Success is nice. Before we go into some of our best bits, mate, a special mention to the women in this film, because I think they're beautiful. So I really do. And well, apart from Kim Cattrall's wee fucking one, it's the wee reporter and all that, I think they're cracking looking. And that was it Mei Ling that Wang's meant to get married to? That's a bit of me, that. All dark and green eyes and shit. And Kim Cattrall, because she was a cow in Sex and the City, I liked her. But no, for what they done, they were really good and all that. And it was only increased with the makeup and wardrobe department at the end when they were all dolled up, ready for the.
You see the thing, I know. See her character in it. She's like I'll not say like the woke people to know, but she's kind of that ilk. Know what I mean?
Who, Gracie?
When she goes to there, she's there to begin with to get that Chinese lassie to fight for her rights and all that, because these gangs are known to pick up. And then as it goes on and on and on, she's like kind of, and she's like, no, the exact opposite of Jack Burton.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
But she's also like the modern day conspiracy theorist as well, because she's been trying to get, she knows everything that's happening down in Chinatown. She knows about magic myth, but nobody believes her. So that's why she's brought the wee reporter woman into it to try and prove it.
That's what I mean, because the whole time Jack Burton's like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? She's like, it's that Lopan, David Lopan. He's a bastard. What?
What are you trying to tell me? I've just driven through a 7-foot tall guy, man. Come on, man. Right, we'll go to my best bits, mate. Fire away.
Well, I'll say when the two gangs are fighting in the lane to begin with, and you're introduced to the Three Storms and Lopan, see, just the whole, it's mental. There's just so much going on, all these fights, right? Because at first I thought it was ridiculous, right? Because they all come out with knives and bats and all that stuff. Then the guns come out and I can't shoot a Tommy gun and all that, right? And I'm like, how's there people left? You know what I mean? But after that, it's just carnage in it. What is it? It's a Chinese standoff. And it's like kind of the good, the bad, the ugly again, isn't it? Just fucking pan into people, and then it's just chaos. Because like the first kind of instance, see injury detail that I remember. Because I know you've seen stuff like people getting arms broken, all that stuff, but see when like the wee guy whacks him in his leg and his leg just goes, it's obviously a fucking cushion or something, you know what I mean? But
mate, I didn't remember that. I didn't remember that when I seen it. I was like, oh, I swear to God, I think when I seen this years and years ago, that was cut out. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. And I've seen it a good few times, but you're right. I was like, oh, see, the best compliment I've got it written down as well. The best compliment I can pay that whole act is I felt exactly like Jack felt. What the fuck? What is happening here? And as you say, Wang's got to tell him everything that's happening and its stages in its entirety. It's an old-fashioned Chinese standoff, Jack. What the fuck's a Chinese standoff?
Mate, it's mental, mate, and it's like the whole, they're all fighting, fucking, and then the next thing, these fucking three, like fucking super hero cunts just appear and on, you're like, what the fuck is this? And it's just mental, mate, just mental. And then once you think that's done, Lopan appears, and you're going, who the fuck's this? You know what I mean? It's just fucking, it gives you so much in a fucking short spell. You know what I mean? You're just, again, I think it just set the tone for the film. What the fuck is going on here?
Aye. And for then on in, you're well aware that anything can happen, and it does happen. And these, as you say, the Three Storms, the guys are called, coming down with big wicker baskets on their head, and then they get introduced as doing their wee hand movements at first before they do anything, and then it's the zoom to the face underneath the basket. It's fucking smashing.
It's very, very old Asian kind of films, know what I mean? The Kung Fu films. But it was like fucking, it was like, right, there's two gangs fighting. All right, is this what this is about? And then, boom, lightning guy and all that, you're going, right? Then this old fucking wizard that you're going, what? It's fucking...
The three storms are very mythical Chinese kind of god warriors. Fucking only a couple of scenes later, done 3-piece suits. Oh, that was brilliant, man. Like, what the hell?
Mate, zero like I could like you think that's as mad as it gets. Right, you're like, right, okay, we've kind of kicked on, and then the big fucking monster jumps out and on, you're going, that's me away again. What's
aye.
Aye. Brilliant, mate. It's just, it pulls you in so many ways, not that you're not expecting it. I think that's what it does. And again, like you said, you're Jack. You're like, right, who are these? Who are they? Like, oh, do I mess with him?
That's brilliant. The other thing about the guys pulling out the Tommy guns in the alley, emptying their magazines. Jack's truck doesn't take one, but it just doesn't get hurt at all, which is fucking good. So you're right, mate. That's a great 5 minutes of fucking madness, man. It really is. One of mine's is the water elevator when him and Wang are in the elevator, and they're going down. There's a big thing throughout this film that they don't know if they're going up or down, or they're going up, go down towards Flair and all that, which is great as well. It messes with your head, but they're in this elevator, and instead of like films you've watched a million times where the elevator's filling up for a 5 year, you know what I mean? It just fills fucking up, and they manages to get last his dialogue out before it fills up, and then they're underneath this chasm filled with water, and there's skeletons and all that, and that's a bit Goonies and Indiana Jonesy and all that. It's fucking smashing, man.
Aye, exactly. They made the dead bodies from scratch. Again, I mean, guy was like, we had a rack of him, or his dead bodies on a rack. Like, what?
Just in case we need them.
Aye. You're right, mate. See the whole fucking, you don't know if you're down or up or whatever and all that. It's like an acid dream. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It's nuts.
It's kudos to the, like you've said, the people that made the sets and all that, because you think 25 million even back then, but I can imagine a lot of that went on all that department, because it's fucking fantastic.
Aye. Mine's are more comedic bits after that.
Oh, aye.
You've already mentioned a bit. I'm going to mention it now, right? But it's like, right, Jack's shouting to the gang, right, Moan, follow me. And he opens the door, and the next thing, all the gang's all there. And he's like, we might be trapped.
Aye.
And then you've got wee Wang sits him, right, and he's like, no, mate, we'll fight together. And the next thing, they come charging through the door, and wee Wang's battering them and all that. And Jack's like, trying to get his 9 foot, trying to get it after it's all done.
That's brilliant. Even when they're he goes backwards down that ramp in the wheelchair, it's funny as well, man. He still manages to pull himself up. Another thing that's pretty laughable, when they're escaping and they dive into that wee square of water to get away, and then the baddies all converge on the balcony and start shooting into the water, and nobody gets hit. You know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck? Great.
Mate, as man, there's a lot of comedic stuff. Mate, see another bit that I completely forgot about. See after they drink the potions and all that, and then they're on the lift. It's like they're all full of Eki. They're all like, I feel good. I feel good about this. I mean, I feel invincible. I feel that way, I know. I'm very optimistic about this.
I know. Thought we were going to start hugging and winching, man. That's brilliant.
Because see what we Egg Shen's guys just puts his arm on his shoulder like, Aye, mate. Aye.
Aye. See the three storms, two of their initial weapons. I was like, fuck off. The spinny forks and all that. And the wee honos with claws. You can buy off TikTok shop to scratch your back with. What the f are you gonna do with him? That was funny. Also, Kurt Russell, Harry Swanson bit. With
Mate.
respects. All that.
Mate, so good, man. Was that Harry Swanson excitement's the game or something like that? It's fucking super.
Aye. Raffles is my name. Harry Swanson's the name. Excitement is my game. That's class. James rhymed it off in real time as I was watching it in the group chat last night. So he did every line. So no wonder he's got this a 10 out of 10.
Mate. Oh, I know. Another bit again. Already mentioned it. After Jack's obviously kissed Gracie, and he's run threatening, is it Wind and Lopan, and he's got the lipstick on. It's fucking hilarious, man.
And he's to get the swag
It's
on the
like
eyebrow.
I always say. Oh no, it's like Jack Burton always says, "Who's Jack Burton?" Me.
Aye. That's a very Star-Lord moment in the opening of Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord. Who? Come on, man. Brilliant. Do you know what? I've got a lot of time for whoever tied them all up at the start when they first get caught, because they thought that Kim Cattrall had to be hog-tied. I liked his thinking there, but obviously he was called away to another job after he hog-tied her. But I've just got fucking fine there, man. Hog.
There's so many bits in it. Like, see the whole bit another. It's like they're travelling underground in a Folian egg. And it's like this kind of misty fucking old-timey place, not, you know what I mean? Like all that and all. It's just fucking this world builds the world up. You're like,
Aye.
Brilliant, man.
Because even the throne room with the big Buddhas, or the golden Buddhas that eventually fall down and all that it just looks fantastic. I'd have loved to have seen this in the big screen. I hope it's got an anniversary coming up, man. I'll be going to see that. Did you notice that Jack's vest cleans itself throughout the film?
It's like anything, isn't it, mate? Can't be focusing on all that shit. I mean, hats after them that they managed to make a lot of this make sense in the end. But can you imagine going, his shirt's not as dirty as it was the last scene, like that? Well, you fuck off.
Aye. I think that's deliberate. They used to do that in the Naked Gun Police Squad. The Leslie Nielsen had just got a doing and he's all cuts and bruises and his hair out of the place. Pans after Frank, pans back to him, and he's all perfect again. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, fucking.
What to do?
Oh, mate, it's so good, man. So good. Obviously, the end fight and all is smashing, man. See that? Again, talking about the sets. See that big skull head with the fucking blue light running it and all that, mate? I was like, I can imagine that on like some sort of dish plate.
I like that. It was a kind of an 80s retro version of fucking Kali Ma. That set was about a lot more dark and all that. This one had neon lights and all that, which was excellent. And see that fight as well. Obviously, I said about the lassies were all made up and stuff like that, and they look great. See when their eyes get back and go all white. That fucking throws you. And then the bit they're on the swords and they fly up.
Aye.
That's excellent.
That's mate. That's it, mate. There's a lot of thought in it and all that, and for the studio not to turn around and no get it. I mean, it just didn't make. It just shows you that how far removed these people are from reality.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean? Like, no, that's not going to do. No.
Aye. And then for an inexplicable reason, at the end, Wind guy decides to blow himself up.
I know.
I like
to think that was just the fact that how we going to get rid of this bastard? Make him blow up.
Much we get left in the budget there. Just do one thing. I'll make him a big cabbage patch doll fucking balloon guy. That was funny.
I like that. See the whole transformation of Lopan and also when he's like the wee old guy in the wheelchair, and then his skull lights up. I was like, that's nifty. That.
That's the fucking There's some kind of guy with light coming out of his eyes and his mouth, man. Brilliant.
What about favourite lines, mate? Because, like you've already said the other day, mate, it's Jack Burton heavy for me.
Same. On you go.
Oh well, back to that scene. Okay, you people sit tight, hold the fort, and keep the home fires burning. And if we're not back by dawn, call the president.
I know. You've got to think that Ronald Reagan's sitting there worried about Jack Burton and where he is, what he's doing. You know what I mean?
So good.
Aye. And that totally tells you what Jack Burton thinks of Jack Burton. One of my favourite lines is very simple. Everybody relax. I'm here.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mate, brilliant. Again, Jack Burton. I'm a reasonable guy, but I've just experienced some very unreasonable things.
Aye. So good, man. And you remember what old Jack Burton always says at the time like that? Have you paid your dues, Jack? Yes, sir. The check is in the mail. So he's not paid it. Just palm them off with the check's in the mail kind of thing. I mean, excellent.
I don't get this at all. I thought Lopan interrupts him. Shut up, Mr. Burton. You're not brought upon this world to get it. Oh, amazing, man.
Oh, it's so good. Gracie, I'd go with you, but and Jack says, I know. There's a problem with your face. Oh, there's the care, man.
Oh, mate. I'm going to tell you about an accident, and I don't want to hear act of God.
Aye, because it's funny that and at the start all this shit's going down. He is proper, like doesn't understand it, but at the forefront of his fucking thoughts is his truck.
Aye. Well, all the way till he gets it back. There's my truck.
Aye. Brilliant. Sitting unscathed and all that. It's a good thing at all. Wang says, this is the thing that shouldn't have been put in, right? I didn't put it in as a favourite line. I put it in to highlight it. I didn't know I wrote it down, obviously. And he says, here's to the army and the navy and the battles they've won. Here's to the American colours, the colours that never run. And then Jack says, may the wings of liberty never lose their feather. So it was so out of place. I'm surprised I wrote it down there, but I had to highlight it just to let the people know exactly what we meant by that. So in this movie of Chinese mystical magic, with old American, just so out of place.
Yeah. Another bit with me is Jack Burton talking to Egg Shen. That is not water. Black blood of the earth. Do you mean oil? I mean black blood of the earth.
Old Lopan. Tear their flesh balls off. Flesh balls.
Jack Burton to Wang Chi. 2-3 feet thick, I'll bet, probably welded shut from the outside, coloured by bricks by now. Don't give up, Jack. Okay, I won't, Wang. Let's just chew our way out of here.
Wang's, you ready, Jack? And I was born ready. Fuck. He's never been as unready in his life, man.
Eddie Lee, I know. Again, there's just half wee lines on this. Probably dragged away to the hell of cut to pieces. Jack Burton, what? Chinese have many hells.
Cut up Murphy, me, that's it. Both Jack Burtons. The first one is, you're out of your mind, Wang. God bless you. And then the last one I'll just say is, son of a bitch must pay. You know what I mean?
Mate. I've got one, mate. Again, Jack Burton talking to Egg Shen, and it sums up people. See if they couldn't be asked with this film, is what they would say, sort of thing. Know what I mean? So he's like, hey, Egg Shen, Egg, what's in the flask? Magic potion? Yes. Thought so. Did we drink it? Yes. Thought so.
Aye.
Oh, mate, it's fucking. Oh, so good, man. So good. Just.
That is.
Sarcasm at its best.
That's it, mate. The whole premise of the film is it doesn't take itself too seriously. And so glad Carpenter didn't manage to buckle so much that they did get the fucking American hero shit in it, because it's no like that. As I say, Jack's in there as much as anybody else, and he's actually the comic relief for the most part of the movie, man.
Oh, aye, 100%. It's, let's say, they say themselves they were making a goofy film, and they were making up a lot of stuff as they went. Know what I mean? It was like, will that be funny? Will this work out? No, because let's see, after, like, again, talking back to that bit where Kim Cattrall kisses him and he's got the lipstick on his face. He's like, see, after that scene, makeup people ran in and washed the makeup off his face and all that, and he's like, John, he'll still have lipstick on his face. And they're like, you're right.
Aye.
You know what I mean? So, but the next scene, but there's like 15 minutes left of the film. He's like, but we'll need to think of a way to get the lipstick off him again. Right, cool. So it means it was like that, just fucking adapting as they went.
Aye, and it does it probably as ImDb did in real life. The woman notices it, goes, "Come here, you can't get into a fight with that on your face."
Aye. It's mega, mate. It's fucking. It's got the action. It's got the adventure. It's got the mythology behind it. Aye, comedy. It's again. It should have been bigger than it was. But for some reason, that seems to be a John Carpenter thing. Know what I mean? Like the Thing's one of my fucking favourite films ever. And again, it's one of them, you ask some cunt to go, oh, brilliant. Yet, it was like this. Didn't make the money.
I've got a lot of admiration for John Carpenter, because it's fucking no apologies, no surrender anywhere into it. It's just, it is what it is. I like it. I'm making the film for me. Do you know what I mean? And he's been proven through time that he maybe just was a wee bit ahead of his time for the people that now enjoy his movies. You know what I mean? That's it.
Because he said himself, he's like, the interviews I was watching was for 2013. And he's like, no, I go places and they go, oh, I love Big Trouble Little China. And he's like, where the fuck were you when it came out? And then he says, I look at them and they're, all right, aye, you on the ball.
Aye. Excellent. So there we go. His films have transcended generations that weren't even alive at the time. Do you know what I mean? So it's great. What's your we know James is a 10 out of 10, obviously. What are you, mate?
For me, mate, it's a 7, nearly an 8, but it's a 7. Well, that's what I've got on my ImDb, so that's what will stay. I mean, I do like John Carpenter, but it's not my favourite John Carpenter thing, so there has to be a scale. Know what I mean?
No, it's the exact same for me, because as much as I really, really, really love this film, it's not one of my favourites, but I'll never turn it off, kind of thing. It's a great movie. Right. And again, folks, your 7s might be different to your 7s, so, but a 10 ticks all the boxes, you know what I mean? But this is great. Love it. I'll watch it again, and I'll be happy to watch it again. I can almost hear James sighing about 2 marks.
7, fuck's sake. Delete my number, throw yourselves in the cloud. Like, wow, James, fuck's sake.
Aye, throw yourselves in. That can't even touches. You know what I mean?
Aye.
It was a great.
As mate, when I gave something a 7, mate, I enjoyed it. Know what I mean? So there's only a select few films I give a 10 to. Know what I mean? And they're my favourites. They're 10s to me. For other reasons, people will call it a 7. So
that's it. So don't get hung up on marking people. It's your own marking system, and it probably means different to you. So that's just for me, and that's just for Chris. We just need to be on a wee bit of wavelength, that's all. And we do a lot of 10s on this because we pick a lot of our 10s. Do you know what I mean? To start with, and that's why. This is why it's good to get you guys' interaction and thoughts and suggestions every few weeks, because we enjoy watching them. And there's a few there that I've not seen, but so I'm looking forward to having a wee review of. But there we go, folks. A big thank you to the 510 of you on the Facebook group page. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. The interaction is great, especially on a Friday. And I get to see everything you've been watching and checking out. YouTube 340, which is fine. I've lost another one in the last week. Fuck you guys. You're missing out, man. Missing out. But there we go. Great suggestion, James. Thank you very, very much. We will, I've already said to you, get another pick, mate. We'll get you on in the future and we'll do that with you because we enjoy your company and your look and your out. No, your look as in your fucking looks. I don't fancy you, mate, but your
the boys, bro. Oh, he's in a wank banker too, is James.
I got a special bottle of lotion put aside for our next meeting.
In a nasty blanc.
It's good to have land. So what is it? Are we doing yours next then? Am I picking for your list, mate?
No, it's you. I picked for yours, mate. Because you picked Kelly's Heroes last week.
Oh, okay. Movie bingo, movie bingo, movie bingo. Yeah! Pick a number.
Well, since it is the 1st of April.
No.
2025.
Oh, the one's away.
4 still there.
4 is there and 25 is there. And 20 if you want to do 20, 25.
Oh.
Well, I've gave you fucking you had a number and I've just fucked you. I've gave you 3 numbers. Go with the original.
You do that.
Go with the original, mate.
I will go 4. 4 came first before the 20 and 25. We'll go 4.
I thought it might. We are doing a comedy, and it's going to be the classic My Cousin Vinny. We're doing next week, mate.
Hey, I watched that quite recently.
Whichever way you look at it, it's your ass. So that's a belter. I love it. I love it. I watched that about maybe 6 months ago as well, but I've got it on my wee downloads there and I'll watch that. And I'm looking forward to that. Once again, I forgot to say at the start of the programme, thank you very much to Quaint for continuing to be the provider of our title music, which we thoroughly enjoy, and Native Origin, who will be going live this month, probably towards the end of the month, to do with some stuff that I'm not going to bore you with, but it'll be on the go. Now, I'm going to tell you something as well. I haven't even told you this, Chris, but Tim texted me the other day. And where is it? See, so professional here. So professional. Tim texted me the other day and he said he had an idea for us to do on the pod. And where is it? I fucking lost it. Basically, what he was wanting today was a little competition for us. And he was going to provide a hoodie for the prize. So I think the premises of the competition they wanted to say it was to get more people engaged in watching the YouTube channel. He was saying you should maybe do a couple of Easter eggs, put an Easter egg in each episode for 1 month. So maybe 4 or 5 episodes, maybe the month of May. And then people need to come back to you with their answer of where the Easter egg was at what time of the pod. And if they all get all 5, then they win. If there's more than 1 winner, put in a pot, draw it out the hat, and they get a hoodie. So that's good, and it forces people to watch.
Watch us.
Encourages people to engage with our content, which would be fantastic. So I'll go back and find that text that you sent me because it's a way back scrolling. And I don't want to do it on the pod, but it's a good idea. I'll put it out to the Facebook group, and I'll let you know the premises of it as well to put out to your factions of friends.
Yes. Aye. That sounds a smashing idea.
I also want to say to the frequenters of the tavern in Shettleston that drink with Christopher, all his pals and all that listen and watch our pod, get some fucking suggestions to us for movies.
I know, it says that to them, the shite bags.
Make the commitment to come on and talk to us about it as well. Don't be shite bags. Don't be shite bags. Don't be the guys, man. Because it all seems to be people for the Facebook group, which I know that came to suggestions. It's no fair. I want Chris to interview some of his pals in here. You know what I mean? Big Cross and the like.
Well, I'm sure Boswell's fired one on it.
Aye, that's right. He has actually. Your other pal's on there as well, but I don't know if he's given a movie suggestion yet. I don't think he has.
I says to him, but he's out fucking saying to me, and I went, well, put a suggestion in the group, man, and put your name beside it. You're straight back.
Who is that again?
Which is
Sean?
Yeah, Mikey, maybe.
Right.
Aye.
Cool. There we go, folks.
Aye.
Episode 4, Series 6. What's the script?
Hope you enjoyed it.
Aye, I enjoyed it.
Thanks for listening. Oh, I enjoy it.
I appreciate you, man. I do. I do. And I appreciate the fact you'll be doing the fucking hosting next week, which is always a nice break for me. That's good.
Aye. It's always that crackerjack timing, mate.
I know, I'm trying to think of the year now for my cousin Vinny. It's 1990, I think, for the facts and all that. I think it's 1990. I don't know for sure, but we'll find out next week, folks. Tune in, as always, on all the Audible platforms and our Facebook group page, which we would love for you to subscribe to, like, and share. Share us on all platforms, or we'll batter fuck at you.
Aye. Cheerio, bye, peeps. See you next time.
Aye. See you later, Jack Barton! The views and opinions of this podcast are solely our own, with no direct intention to offend or upset.
Brilliant. Fucking brilliant.